So we will solve derivative in this part, derivative. So let's see how to solve the derivative. So we have, let's suppose y equals to f of x. How we can write it? So we have to derivate y, and this is a function of x, so we have to derivate y with respect to x. So we can write it as dy by dx, that equals to dy dx of f of x. Now we have some properties for that, how to solve the derivatives. First function is, we have y equals to x raised to the power n. How we will solve that? We will solve that as dy by dx is equals to d by dx of x raised to the power n. So this will becomes, x will comes out here, n will come out here, and x raised to the power n minus 1. This is the derivative of x raised to the power n. So for example, we have to find the derivative of x raised to the power 10. So what will be its derivative? Its derivative will be dy, let's equals to y, dy by dx equals to x raised to the power 10. So 10 will comes out, this will be d by dx of x raised to the power 10. So that will be come out 10x 10 minus 1, that equals to 10x raised to the power 9. So this is the derivative of x raised to the power 9. Now the second property we have is, derivative of an ax plus b raised to the power n equals to y. So dy by dx of ax plus b raised to the power n is equals to n ax plus b n raised to the power n minus 1. So this is d by dx of ax plus b raised to the power n. This is equals to n. We will take n here, reduce the power of n minus n by 1, and now we will derivate this also, d by dx of ax plus b. This is also known as chain rule. So what will be its derivative? Its derivative will be n ax plus b raised to the power n minus 1. So we will derivate this. This will be derivative of ax is a and b is 0. How? We will see this in later part, how we will solve the derivative of summation part, and how the derivative of constant is 0. So let's see. Now the third property is derivative of a constant. dy by dx of a constant number is always 0. For example, we have to find the derivative of 2. So the derivative of 2 is dy by dx equals to d by dx of 2. So this is equals to 0. Similarly, here the derivative of b is 0. Now we have fourth property as derivative of a multiplicative constant rule, that is d by dx of a k x raised to the power n equals to y. So how we will solve that? Here k is a constant number. So how we will solve constant number? We will write it as, this is dy by dx. We will write it as k, take k as out, t by dx of x raised to the power n dy by dx. So dy by dx equals to k into n x raised to the power n minus 1. So that equals to k n x raised to the power n minus 1. So this is our derivative of a constant number multiplied by x raised to the power n. So what we will do, basically we will take the k as out and derivate the rest function. So for example, we have to derivate y equals to 3 by 7x square. So how we will derivate that? As we know that if we have powers like 1 by x square, so we will take it as x raised to the power minus 1. So this is x raised to the power minus 1. Here we have power as 1 by x square. So this will be x raised to the power minus 2. So that will be 3 by 7 x raised to the power minus 2. So this is why how we will solve dy by dx of d by dx 3 by 7 x raised to the power minus 2. So that will be equals to dy by dx 3 by 7 d by dx of x raised to the power minus 2. So that will be equals to dy by dx that equals to 3 by 7 x raised to the power minus 2 plus minus 2 minus 1. Here we will take minus 2 also out. So that will be equals to minus 2 into 3 by 7 x raised to the power minus 3. So that will be equals to minus 6 by 7 divided by x raised to the power 3. We can write the negative power as, if we have power x raised to the power minus n, then we can write it as 1 by x raised to the power n. Now let's see another property. So another property is fifth property, that is y equals to u plus minus v. So how we will derivate that? Dy by dx of d by dx of u plus minus v. So this is summation and differential. Here we will write y equals to u plus v, and here y equals to u minus v. Dy by dx of du plus d by dx of u plus v, and dy by dx of u minus v. So that will be equals to du by dx plus dv by dx, and that will be equals to du by dx minus dv by dx. So this is our derivation of u plus v, and this is our derivation of u minus v. So let's see an example how to solve this type of questions. Suppose we have y equals to we have 3x cube plus 4x square plus 5x minus 3. This is a mixed example of sum and difference. So dy by dx is equals to d by dx of 3x cube plus 4x square plus 5x minus 3. So what we will do, we will take the separate derivative of every digit. 3x cube plus d by dx of 4x square plus d by dx of 5x minus d by dx of 3. Basically we have to derivate each and every digit and take the sign as given. Like here we have plus, so we will take the plus sign. Here we have plus, we will take plus sign. Here we have negative sign, so we will take negative sign. So the derivative of d by dx of 3x cube is 9x square plus 8x square plus 5 minus 0. How we will get it 0? Because derivative of a constant number is 0. How we will get 5x is 5? Because the power of x is 1. If we will derivate x raised to the power 1, x raised to the power 1 minus 1 equals to 0, equals to x raised to the power 0, and any number raised to the power 0, x raised to the power 0 is always 1. So this is 1, so we get it as 5. Here we have 4x square, we reduce the power by 1, this becomes x, and multiply by 2, that is 8x. This will be 8x only. This will be 8x. We will reduce the 9x square. So this is our answer. Now we have the property. Let's solve this. And let's solve this another property. This is product rule. This is product rule. Rule number 6. Y equals to u into v. So we have to derivate y equals to u into v. So how we will derivate that? Dy by dx of d by dx of u into v. U into v. So the differentiation of this is u into d by dx of v plus v into d by dx of u. So this is the differentiation of product rule. We have to remember this rule because this will be applicable in our economic application very much. So let's see by an example how we will solve questions for that property. Suppose we have y equals to 1 plus 3x square 1 plus 5x. So how we will solve that? So let's see, dy by dx equals to d by dx of 1 plus 3x square 1 plus 3x square into 1 plus 5x. So how we will solve that? So that is du, this consider this as u, consider this as v. So u into, we have to do u into d by dx of v. So u is 1 plus 3x square. So this will be 3x square d by dx of 1 plus 5x plus 1 plus 5x into d by dx of 1 plus 3x square 1 plus 3x square. So this will becomes, this is 1 plus 3x square, we will derivate this 1 plus 3x square, this is 1 plus 5x. We will apply the summation rule, as we know that differentiation of 1 is 0 and the differentiation of 5x will be 5. So that will be 5 plus 1 plus 5x. Now how we will derivate this? Let's see. Here we will solve the derivative of 1 plus 3x square separately to understand it better. So this will be d by dx of 1 plus 3x square is equals to 2 1 plus 3x 2 minus 1 d by dx of 1 plus 3x. First we will derivate this power, then after that we will derivate the function inside this power. So that will be 2 1 plus 3x raised to the power 2 minus 1 1, or d by dx of 1 plus 3x. As we will apply the property of summation rule, the derivative of 1 is 0 and the derivative of 3x is 3, so that is into 3. So this is equals to 6 into 1 plus 3x raised to the power 1. So this function will becomes what? This function will becomes 1 plus 3x square into 5 plus 6 into 1 plus 3x into 1 plus 5x. Now what we will do? We will take 1 plus 3x as common. So this will be 1 plus 3x into 5 plus 1 plus 5x. That is 1 plus 3x. So this will be 5 plus 15x plus 1 plus 5x. 1 plus 3x. This is 20x plus 6. So this is our answer. Let's see in another questions of previous year, which will be on based on product rule. So that is question equals this difference. We have to differentiate y equals to 5 minus 2x. Wait 1 minute. We have to differentiate y equals to 5 minus 2x into 2x cube plus 3, 2x cube plus 3. So let's solve this question. This is an important question. dy by dx of d by dx of 5 minus 2x into 2x cube plus 3. So how to solve this? First we have to write this as a like this. Now we have to explain the property of d by dx of u into v. First we have to explain the property this will be u into d by dx of v plus v into d by dx of u. Here u equals to 5 minus 2x, v equals to 2x cube plus 3. So let's solve this. So derivating this we get d by dx of u into v, that will be equals to we have d by dx, dy by dx equals to, we have u 5 minus 2x, so 5 minus 2x into d by dx of 2x cube plus 3 plus 2x cube plus 3 into d by dx of 5 minus 2x. So that is equals to 5 minus 2x. So applying the sum rule, that will be, so this is applying the sum rule, we will get how d by dx of 2x cube plus d by dx of 3 plus 2x cube plus 3 into d by dx of 5 minus d by dx of 2x. So how we will solve? This is 5 minus 2x. So this is d by dx of 2x cube, that is equals to 6x square. So we can write it as 2 into 3 x raised to the power 3 minus 1 plus differentiation of 3 is 0 plus 2x cube plus 3. We can write it, mention it as differentiation of a constant number is always 0. 2x cube plus 3 into d by dx of 5 minus dx, d by dx of 5 0 minus 2 into 1 into x raised to the power 1 minus 1. So that equals to 5 minus 2x. So this is 6x square plus 2x cube plus 3 minus 2 minus 2. So this is 30x square minus 12x cube minus 4x cube minus 6. So this is our answer for that derivative. Now we have to do is minus 16x cube plus 30x square minus 6. This is our final answer. This is our final answer, this one. So now let's move to another property of differentiation. Another property of differentiation, that is we have the quotient rule. We have the quotient rule, that is rule number 7. Rule number 7. Rule number 7 says if we have to derivate y equals to u upon v, what will be its derivation? So the derivation of y equals to u upon v is dy by dx of d by dx of u upon v. So that will be equals to d by dx of u upon v. First we have to write the denominator v into d by dx of u minus numerator, that is u into d by dx of v divided by v square. We have to remember this. Usually in this question we will getting the confusion as where to put v and where to put u. First we will take the derivative of u. First we will take the derivative of u and then we will take the derivative of v. First we will take the derivative of numerator as it is above. So we will take its derivative and then we will take the derivative of v. Remember that, it's confusing but we have to remember that. So this is the property of quotient rule. Suppose we have to solve a question as y equals to 8x by x cube plus 1. So dy by dx is equals to, we have to derivate this x cube plus 1 into d by dx of 8x minus 8x into d by dx of x cube plus 1 divided by x cube plus 1 square. That is x cube plus 1 into 8 minus 8x into 3x square by x cube plus 1 whole square. So that is equals to, we will take the common as x cube plus 1, x cube plus 1, so that is 8 minus 8, sorry, this is x cube plus 1, we will take common, we can't take this common, sorry. We have x cube plus 1 into 8 minus 8x into 3x square, so that will be 8x cube plus 8 minus 24x cube by x cube plus 1 whole square, that is minus 16x cube plus 8 by x cube plus 1 whole square. So this will be our answer for that questions. Now let's do another important question. For that we have to differentiate under root 1 plus x by 1 minus x, y equals to. So how we will derivate this question? So that let's solve this. Dy by dx is equals to d, we will write it as, sorry, first we will write it as 1 plus x root by 1 minus x root. As we know, root of any number can be written as x raised to the power 1 by 2. So this is 1 plus x raised to the power 1 by 2. This is 1 minus x raised to the power 1 by 2. So let's solve this. Dy by dx is equals to, what is u? U, this is v. So we will write it as, first we will write v into dy by dx, d by dx, v is what? 1 minus x raised to the power 1 by 2, d by dx of 1 plus x raised to the power 1 by 2, minus, we will write it as, now we will take 1 plus x raised to the power 1 by 2 into d by dx of 1 minus x raised to the power 1 by 2, that divided by 1 minus x raised to the power 1 by 2 whole square. So that will be equals to 1 minus x raised to the power 1 by 2. How we will derivate d by dx of 1 plus x raised to the power 1 by 2, reduce it as 1 by 2, 1 plus x raised to the power 1 by 2 minus 1, 1 minus 2 by 2 minus 1 by 2, minus 1 by 2. And how we will get 1 by 2 minus 1, we reduce the power by 1, and now we will derivate 1 plus x, that is d by dx of 1 plus x according to chain rule. This will be 1 by 2, 1 plus x raised to the power minus 1 by 2. D by dx of 1 plus x is, d by dx, differentiation of 1 is 0 and differentiation of x is 1. So the differentiation is 1. That is 1 by 2, 1 plus x raised to the power minus 1 by 2. So we will write it as 1 by root 1 plus x. So similarly we will derivate this. So this will be what? This is what? 1 by root 1 plus x minus, this is 1 by 1 plus x raised to the power 1 by 2 d by dx of 1 minus x raised to the power 1 by 2. So that is equals to 1 by 2, 1 minus x raised to the power minus 1 by 2, that is equals to minus 1 by 2 differentiation after. So and we will if we will differentiate this, we will be getting as 1. So this is our differentiation as 1 by 2 by root 1 plus x. This is our differentiation 1 by 2. Here we will multiply by 1 by 2 also. So this is our differentiation, that is 1 by 2, 1 by root 1 plus x divided by 1 minus x. How 1 minus x? The power will cancel out each other. So this we will get 1 minus, x. So now we have 1 minus x raised to the power 1 by 2 and 1 plus x raised to the power 1 by 2. Let's solve this. This will be our what? This will be our y. We can write it as, this is 1 minus x raised to the power 1 by 2. This is 1 by 2 under root 1 minus x by 1 plus x minus 1 by 2 under root of 1 plus x. This will be 1 plus x by, this will be 1 plus x, we will write it as 1 minus x. This is 1 by root 1 minus x. 1 minus x minus 1 by 2 root 1 plus x by 1 minus x divided by 1 minus x. divided by 1 minus x. So what will be its derivative? Its derivative will be 1 minus x plus 1 plus x divided by 2. 1 plus x raised to the power 1 by 2 minus 1. Oh, sorry, wait. We can write it as, we can leave it here as the final answer, or we can solve this as 1 by 2 taking common, under root 1 plus x 1 minus x 1 minus x by 1 plus x divided by 1 minus x minus 1 by minus 1 plus x by 1 minus x divided by 1 minus x. So that will be equals to 1 by 2 under root 1 minus x by 1 plus x into 1 minus x minus under root 1 plus x divided by under root 1 minus x into 1 minus x. So that will be 1 by 2, that will be under root, this is 1 minus x raised to the power 1 by 2, this is minus 1, so 1 by 2 minus 1 divided by under root 1 plus x minus 1 by 2 under root 1 plus x divided by 1 minus x raised to the power 1 by 2 plus 1. After solving this, we will getting our answer. Now let's move to another properties of this. We have some of the other properties of this as log d by dx of log x. What will be the derivation of log x? Differentiation of log x is 1 by x. Ninth, d by dx of e raised to the power x. The differentiation of e raised to the power x is always e raised to the power x. So, and e raised to the power x differentiation is this. So these are the properties of differentiation. Now let's see some important questions of differentiation. The first question is our, the first most important question is this one. Remember this question always. And now we will see the properties of log. We have to remember the properties of logs to solve some questions of log. The first properties of log is, if we have log m into n, we can write it as log m plus log n. Second property of log m by n, that is equals to log m minus log n. Third property of log is log m raised to the power n. We can write n log m. How? We have like log x raised to the power 10. We can write it as 10 log x. So the derivative of log x will be easy. If we take the power here we have log m by n. If we have to derivate log m by n, then we can write it easily. If we have to derivate log mn, then we can write it easily. Now fourth property, log of 1 equals to 0. Fifth, log of e equals to 0. Suppose we have a question of solving log. Let's see what will be the question. Suppose we have leave it. Now we'll move to next property, derivative of an exponential function. We have another derivative that is y equals to a raised to the power x. So the dy by dx of a raised to the power x is equals to a raised to the power x into log a. Suppose we have to find derivative of a raised to the power x square. So the derivative will be dy by dx is equals to, we can write a x square into log of a raised to the power log of a. What is a? Log of a into, we will derivate this x square also. According to chain rule, we will derivate this also. A raised to the power x square into log a into 2x. So that is equals to 2. This will be in power a raised to the power x square 2x a raised to the power 2x, sorry, 2x a raised to the power x square a raised to the power x square log a. So this is the property of we have exponential. So let's move to another topic. This is our done. Wait, this is. Let's move to economic application of this. Economic application of derivative. So the first property of economic application of derivative is, we have to remember is first that elasticity of demand is equals to always minus P by Q into dq by dp. So this is our first property. How we will solve the questions on that? We have, suppose we have been given questions like, we have been given Q, that is demand function 50 minus 5p. We have to find price elasticity when p is equals to 5. So how we will solve that? First, as we know, ed equals to minus p by q into dq by dp. So first we will find dq by dp. How we will do that? We will differentiate d by dp of q 50 minus 5p. So what will be the differentiation? D by dp of 50 minus d by dp of 5p. Differentiation 0, differentiation 5, that is equals to 0 minus 5, that is minus 5. Now what is the value of q? 50 minus 5p. Putting the value of 5, 50 minus 25, that is equals to 25. So we will getting the value of q. So what will the value of elasticity of demand? Minus p p5 q 25 into minus 5, that is 25 by 25. What will we get? Equals to 1. So elasticity of demand is equals to 1. Suppose we have a question, if demand curve x is equals to 9 by root p, and price, we have to find elasticity of demand, and we have p equals to minus 1 by 2. So how we will solve that? We have minus p by, here the quantity is x, so that is x into dx by dp. So first solve the dx by dp, that is d by dx of 9 by root p. So how we will solve that? That will be 9 p raised to the power minus 1 by 2. We can write it as this d by dx of this. Now the next step is, 9 is a constant number, so we can put it as out, d by dx of p raised to the power minus 1 by 2. So this will be minus 1 by 2 p raised to the power minus 1 by 2 minus 1 minus 3 by 2. So that will be equals to minus 9 by 2 1 by p raised to the power, this is 3 by minus 3 by 2. We can leave it as like this, minus 9 by 2 p raised to the power minus 3 by 2. Now we will put the value of p in it. After differentiating, p is minus 1 by 2, so minus 9 by 2, p is minus 1 by 2, p is minus 1 by 2 raised to the power minus 1 by 2 raised to the power minus 3 by 2. So this is our p. How we will getting the value of q? X equals to, this is our dx by dq, dx by dp. X equals to 9 by root p, that is equals to 9 by minus 1 by 2 root. This is our value of x, and we have p as minus 1 by 2. So minus p by x into dx by dp minus p minus 1 by 2 x 9 into, this is minus 1 raised by 2 raised to the power 1 by 2 into dx by dp minus 9 by 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2. So this is equals to minus 1 by 2. This is minus 1 by 2, 1 by 2 minus 3 by 2 minus 3 by 2 into plus का 9 by 4 divided by 9, 9 to 9 cancel out. This is minus 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2. This is minus 2 by 2 minus 1 into 1 by 4. So this is minus 1 by 2. This is minus 1 by 2 raised to the power minus 1. So that will be equals to, this is minus 1 by 2, 1 by 4. This is minus 1 by 2. A raised to the power minus m is equals to 1 by a raised to the power m. As we know, this is the property. So this will become 1 by 1. So this will becomes 2. This will becomes, sorry, minus of 2. Minus of 2. 2 to 2 cancel out. We will get plus 1 by 4. Plus 1 by 4. There may be some calculation mistake. So, after solving this correctly, we will getting the answer approximately as 1 by 2. Let's check this. Here we have minus 9 by 2 raised to the power minus 3 by 2 minus 9 by 2 minus 1 by 2 raised to the power minus 3 by 2 minus 1 raised to the power. Okay, let's solve this another question. Yeah, the second application is elasticity of supply is P by Q into dq by dp. P by Q into dp by dp, dq by dp. This is the elasticity of substitution formula. We will solve the equation of elasticity of substitution similarly as elasticity of demand. Now income elasticity is what? Income elasticity also same. Income elasticity is equals to dx by dy, y by x into dx by dy. This is also same. We have to remember, if ey is greater than 1, ey is what? Income elasticity. Ey is greater than 1, goods are luxury. If ey is greater than 0 and less than 1, then goods are necessaries. If ey is less than 0, inferior goods. So suppose we have question as leave this, but just remember these questions. If we can ask that the goods are luxury, then find the income elasticity. So if it is asked that goods are luxury and find the income elasticity, just put the formula of income elasticity and put it as ey greater than 0. So we will get the value as something like greater than 0. So let's solve another question, another property. The fourth property is to find average revenue, marginal revenue, and total revenue. As we know that first total revenue. What is total revenue? Total revenue is price into output. That is P into Q. Second, what is marginal revenue? Marginal revenue is average of P into Q by Q, that is TR by Q, that is equals to P. Sorry, this is average revenue. Now what is marginal revenue? Marginal revenue is D by dq of P into Q. So how we will derive this? D, we will apply the formula of U into V. This is U, this is V. What will be the formula? U into dV by dx plus V into du by dx. So here we have P into dq by dq. Why we will replace x by q? Because we are differentiating it with respect to q, plus q into dp by dq. So this is P plus Q dP by dQ. This is our marginal revenue. So these are the three properties: marginal revenue, average revenue, and marginal revenue, average revenue, and this. So let's solve these questions further. Marginal revenue. Suppose let's solve this. Let's solve a question. Suppose we have a question as the demand curve for a monopolist. Suppose we have demand curve x is equals to 100 minus 4p. We have this. We have to find the value of x. We have to first find mr, tr, and ar, and we have to find second value of x when mr equals to 0. Third, price when mr equals to 0. So let's solve this. First we have what? Total revenue. Total revenue is what? P into q. Here q is what? P into x. Here q is x. That is p into 100 minus 4p. So 100p minus 4p square. This is our total revenue. What is average revenue? Average revenue is equals to p. What is p? 100 minus 4p. This is our average revenue. Average revenue is what? Average revenue is 100p minus 4p square. Wait a minute. 100 minus 4p. Total revenue is p into x. We have p is equals to x equals to 100 minus 4p. Okay. This is average revenue is we have total revenue as p into x. What will be the value of p? P is equals to, as we have given, x equals to 100 minus 4p. 100 minus 4p. We will take x minus 100 equals to minus 4p minus x plus minus x minus 100 equals to 4p minus x plus 100 by 4 equals to p minus x by 4 plus 25 equals to p. So this is our p. So what will be the total revenue? Total revenue equals to p into x. That is equals to 1 by 4 100 minus x into x. We can write as 25x minus x square by 4. X square by 4. Now what will be the average revenue? Average revenue will be 25 minus x by 4, and marginal revenue will be d by dx of total revenue 25x minus x square by 4. That will be equals to d by dx of 25x is 25 minus d by dx of x square is 2x by 4. 2x by 4, that is equals to x by 2. This is marginal revenue. So the basic thing to remember in this question is while doing TR equals to P into X, what we will do, we will take the value of P. Mainly we have to take the value of P and X as constant. So we will find the value of P from here and multiply then after. So let's solve an important property for that. We have an important question as prove E equals to AR by AR minus MR, or MR equals to AR into 1 minus 1 upon E. So let's see how we will solve this type of questions. So as we know, total revenue is equals to P into Q. Average revenue is P into Q by Q, that is P. Marginal revenue d by dq of P into Q. So marginal revenue will be what? We will remember that we will write it as P by dq, that is dq by dq plus q by dp by dq. This is p plus q dp by dq. This is marginal revenue. Now what we will do, multiplying and divide both sides by p. So this is mr by p equals to p by p plus q by p into dp by dq. This is mr by p equals to 1 plus q by p into dp by dq. So this will be what we can take it as, mr equals to p 1 plus q by p into dp by dq to dp by dq. As we can see, this formula looks like something like elasticity of demand. What is elasticity of demand? This is minus p by q into dq by dp. What is 1 by ed? 1 by ed is minus q by p into dp by dq. What we will do, if we multiply this 1 by ed by minus 1, multiplying by minus 1, multiplying by minus 1, what we will get, minus 1 by ed, minus and minus is positive, q by p into dp by dq. So this will be what, this will be our ed. This is minus 1 by ed. So we can write this as mr equals to p1 minus 1 by e. And we know what is p. mr equals to what is p equals to ar, that is 1 minus 1 by e. So what will be, mr by ar equals to 1 minus 1 by e. So mr by ar minus 1 equals to minus 1 by e. mr minus ar by ar equals to minus 1 by e. So the what we will get, multiplying both sides by minus 1. So this will becomes minus mr plus ar by ar, that equals to 1 by e. Now taking reciprocal, so that will be equals to e equals to ar by ar minus mr. So this is our final answer, as hence proof. So let's see some questions on that. We have to remember these formulas. If we have ar minus mr, so we can apply this formula also and this formula also. So now move to another part of this. Wait. Now the another economic application is to find average cost and marginal cost. So what is average cost? Average cost is equals to cost by quantity produced. Second, marginal cost is dc by dq. What that means? We have to derivation of d by dq of average cost. Sorry, this is dc by dq. Marginal cost is dc by dq. Marginal cost is defined on change in total cost when output is changed by a very small amount. Now third is average variable cost, that is total variable cost by q. Fourth, which is important, how to find the slope of average variable cost. If we have to find the slope of average variable cost, we will derivate this d by dq of average variable cost and put it equals to 0. This is an important property. We can questions can be asked from that, how to as we have to find the slope of average variable cost or anything, then it will be we will have to find the derivative of this or we have to derivative of this and put equals to 0. So for minimum AC or AVC, slope of AC is, for minimum AC or AVC, slope is equals to 0. So let's solve this. Suppose we have given equation, we have a question as C equals to 60 minus 12q plus q square. Sorry, this will be slope is not equals to, always not equals to 0. If we have to find the minimum value, then it is equals to 0. As we have to find 60 minus 12q plus 2q square, we have to find the value of AC function, AC, and second we have to find marginal cost. We have to find marginal cost. First, AC is equals to what? C by q. Simply we have to divide this 60 by q minus 12q by q plus 2q square by q. As we know, 60 by q minus 12 plus 2q, 2 minus 1, that is 60 by q minus 12 plus 2q. So this is our average cost. Second, marginal cost is equals to dc by dq, that is equals to d by dq of 60 minus 12q plus 2q square. So that will be equals to 12 plus 4q after derivating. So this is our AC and average cost and marginal cost. Now another one is relation between AC and MC. So let's solve this. Slope of AC is equals to 1 by q MC minus AC. This is the formula for relation between AC and MC. As we can ask about that questions, like how to derivate this. Suppose we have to derivate this. We have know that slope of AC is d by dq of AC, that is equals to d by dq of AC. What is AC? D by dq of C by Q, because AC is equals to C by Q. C is total cost. The slope of AC. Now we will applying the property of what? This is a constant rule property. So what will be this formula? This is U, this is V. First we will take it V, that is Q, into dc by dq minus V minus U, sorry, C dq by dq by V square Q into dc by dq minus C by V square. But sorry, this is V, not V. This is what? Q. This is Q square, that is Q square. So what we will get? We will getting from here Q into dc by dq minus C. So this is Q into what will be dq dc minus C by Q square. So this will be what? Q by Q square into dc by dq wait, Q into dc by dq. We can skip this step, this is wrong. Q into dc by dq minus C by Q square. So what is this? Q by Q square. We can write it as, this is 1 by Q into dc by dq minus C by Q. What will be this? Wait 1 minute. This is Q into dc by dq minus C by Q square. So we will take we will write it as Q into, we will take dq as LCM, Q into dc minus C dq. We can write it as like this, dc minus wait 1 minute. This is Q into dc by dq minus C by Q square. So Q into dc, what we will do? Q into q into dq, q into dq, dc minus pi c. Let's solve this like this: q by q square into dc by dq minus c by q square. Q by q square is 1 by q into dc by dq into 1 by minus 1 by q into c by q. That will be equals to 1 by q, we will take common. 1 by q is common, so that will be dc by dq minus c by q. What is this? 1 by q mc minus ac. So or what will be this? Slope of ac. This is our final proof. How to prove that slope of AC is equal to 1 by q mc minus AC. This is an important property to remember. Let's do this again to remove the confusions. As we know, the slope of AC is equals to 1 by is equals to dc by dq, d by dq of c by q. That is, slope of average cost is equals to differentiation of average cost. So d by dq is, we can write as a q square. C, this is q into dc by dq minus c dq by dq. That is equals to q into dc by dq minus c by q square. Q by q square into dc by dq minus c by q square. That is 1 by q into dc by dq minus c by q square minus c by q square. 1 by q we will take common, dc by dq minus c by q. So we know 1 by q dc by dq is what? Marginal cost. C by q is average cost. So 1 by q minus marginal cost minus average cost is our final answer of that of slope of AC. Suppose we have an equation like we have an equation like 60 minus 12q plus 2q square plus 2q square. What do we have to find? We have to find the slope of AC. What we will do? We will do is, first we will find the average cost, that is C by Q, that is 60 minus 12Q plus 2Q square divided by Q. That is 60 by Q minus 12 plus 2Q. So average cost is this. Now we have to find the differentiation of d by dq of average cost. That is equals to d by dq of 60 by q minus 12 plus 2q. So that will be 60q raised to the power minus 1. So 60 into minus 1 q raised to the power minus 2 minus 12 differentiation 0 plus 2. So minus 60 by q square plus 2. So this is the final answer of our slope of AC. If we have to find the slope of average cost, slope of average variable cost, what we will do? Slope of average variable cost, slope of average variable cost, if that is equals to differentiation of d by dx of average variable cost. What is average variable cost? Total variable cost by output. So we will solve these questions like this. Now we have what?